Recently, I picked up the Peter Mckinnon backpack to upgrade from my super old one after obsessing over a ton of reviews. But after I used it on a gig, I realized it didn't even improve my workflow at all. So I'm selling it and going back to my old camera backpack until it falls apart. And there's 3 huge reasons why you should buy a used camera instead of buying new. I'm sure you can guess the first reason why you should buy used backpacks. It's the same reason I started looking for one: saving money. A few months ago, I decided it was time to upgrade my camera backpack, but I wasn't ready to shell over hundreds of dollars on a new one. So I started browsing Facebook Marketplace to see what I could find. That's when I came across a listing for 2 Lowepro backpacks, not 1, but 2, just for $10 each. I messaged the seller immediately, and it turns out he used to be a pro photographer in the early 2000s, and he simply just needed the space in his garage because he had retired and was trying to clear out space and stuff that he never used anymore. Both bags were in great condition, being nearly 20 years old. The zippers worked better than they do on my Peter Mckinnon backpack, actually. There's a little less resistance around the corners. The actual bag I got is the Computrekker Plus AW, and the second one is the Fastpack 350. When I was checking out the bags in this camera backpack, I found something pretty interesting: an old school 2GB memory card. So it goes to show how this is from a different era, yet it still holds up. 2GB memory cards, I think, were last kind of popular around 2006, 2007, before the standard became 32GB. So yeah, I think you just need to know where to look and what brands to look for. So here we are, it's the next day. I started losing a little bit of steam last night while I was recording this, and then my microphone failed. My lab mic just cut out completely, so we're trying this again. So again, the point isn't to do a direct comparison between this backpack and a 20-year-old backpack, but it's more to show that any of the features that you're going to get in these modern camera backpacks really already were existing in some form or another 20 years ago, so you're not really going to be missing out on a lot. I'm not really looking at this as a travel backpack. I know some people use it like that, but I'm really just looking for something that I use to go on video shoots, specifically multi-camera video shoots where I need to load up a ton of different lenses and cameras in one bag. So first, on price, Lowepro Computrekker is about $50 used. The Peter Mckinnon one is $400 to $500 with taxes and shipping. Both feature a 35-liter capacity, and the Peter Mckinnon has a tarpaulin exterior with waterproof YKK zippers, so a little bit better for the Peter Mckinnon. But the weight when it's empty, the Computrekker is 4.5 pounds, and the Peter Mckinnon is 5.75 pounds. Both have relatively large laptop carriers. The Computrekker has a 17-inch laptop capacity, while the Peter Mckinnon only fits a 16-inch. The Lowepro has a built-in all-weather cover that fits underneath the bottom of the bag, while the Peter Mckinnon does not have a dedicated rain cover. The Lowepro has 2 straps on either side for attaching a tripod or other accessories, while the Peter Mckinnon only has it on one side. The Peter Mckinnon comes with enough dividers to create 10 different sections for cameras and lenses, while the Lowepro comes with enough dividers to create 13 different sections. Both bags have detachable padded hip belts and a bunch of adjustments for sternum strap and shoulder straps. So don't get me wrong, the Peter Mckinnon is definitely objectively the better bag, but is it really worth the $400 they're asking for? And the same can be applied for any brand new camera bag now that seems to cost way more than they used to brand new back in the early 2000s even. These Lowepros would cost $200 at most. So I think you really have to ask yourself the question, will it truly elevate your workflow to the point that it justifies the extra $400 or whatever extra it might be in your case? Now, obviously, I got a great deal on mine for $10, but really, a lot of people are just trying to get rid of stuff. So you can get really lucky, especially when it comes to stuff like this, where it's not really that much of it's not enough for them to resell it usually. So it just makes more sense to price it super low and get rid of it as fast as they can just to clear space. And the second reason why I think it's a good idea is just from an environmental standpoint. First of all, you're reducing the demand for brand new products being made, all the material and energy resources that goes into that, and you're also preventing older stuff from going into the landfill. So I think it's a win-win. And the third really big reason I would say is the resale value. Obviously, you can resell new gear and you're going to take a lot of depreciation cost. But for these cameras I got for $5, there's really no loss there. And if I decide to sell it at some point and it's still in functional condition, then I can probably get the same amount I put in for it. as opposed to buying a brand new Mckinnon bag. I actually bought mine used for about half the price. I bought mine for $150 on the used market. So it just goes to show how much it'll depreciate if you buy a brand new camera backpack. Your value depreciates like instantly, and you're not going to be able to resell it anywhere near that $400 mark. So I wanted to make this video quick to just to kind of describe my process and maybe help other people that are looking for camera bags and obsessing over the latest and greatest thing that's coming out, to really kind of take the pause and see if there's anything that they can get better value for cheaper, because we all know camera gear is insanely expensive, and every bit helps to really cut down on the overall cost of videography and getting started. So what backpacks should you be looking out for? I'll show you a list of these on the screen now, but really it comes down to the 4 camera brands, in my opinion, that I think hold the best value and have been around for a long time. So that's Tenba, Think Tank, Lowepro, and f-stop. I think a lot of these on the screen right now are good models to look out for, and it makes it an easy thing to search on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, or eBay if you just sort by this product line, this model, and you'll be able to find good deals. And if you're interested in seeing the actual camera rigs that I use in this backpack, I was able to fit 3 cameras and 5 lenses in this backpack because of the hack that I came up with for rigging my cameras up and hot swapping my cameras. So check out this video below and like and subscribe if you haven't yet.